Club Weather Center.
This report is sponsored by O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts carries heavy-duty batteries because your battery should work as hard as you do. Stop by O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Internet that's everything you imagine, and then some. Quantum Fiber, your world unleashed. Sign up today and get internet with a price for life. Keep your internet service monthly rate for as long as you keep your plan. Internet service monthly rate subject to continued plan availability.
Yeah. Hiya. So we just got the new Unreal drop that's coming out at 10 a.m. today.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they're pretty cool. I don't know if I might love to show them.
Can I open it?
I opened mine because I was allowed to open it at 8 o'clock.
Right,
and it's pretty badass, but I don't know if we're allowed to show it on the camera yet.
I don't think you are.
Well, it's on camera. I think that's why we were told to do it.
Really?
But wait till 8.
Yeah, and it is 8. It's 8:03.
Right, so I was told wait till 8. Chris is right. It's 8:03. Why can't we do it now?
Are these shoes?
No.
Yeah,
I mean, should I do it?
It's in a shoe box.
The boxes have some things other than shoes in them, too.
Your dad.
Uh-oh.
How dare you?
You got a lot
His
of
dad is in a
confetti in there.
shoebox?
Oh, those are sweet.
Yeah, man. I love these.
Yeah, those are sweet.
These are going to go fast, aren't they?
I think so.
What is... Oh, sweet.
Am I allowed to show these? Because I'm showing them. Look at this.
Oh, hell yeah.
Let's see, I can't see.
They're it's like pants and
Oh, this is sweet.
like tracksuit. It's a
Yeah,
tracksuit.
that's awesome.
wow.
Man.
Pretty awesome, man. Unreal bringing it together again.
This is sweet, man.
Thank you.
Should I wear this to the press box?
You're going to look like Barney if you put that on.
Oh, Rosie.
Yeah.
You're mad
Yeah,
that
from
you
How
didn't
I
get
Met Your
one.
Mother.
Thank you,
Oh,
Corey.
that's very sweet.
Oh, I can get one.
Oh, relax.
Oh, must be nice.
Yeah, must be nice
It's
to
like
be
MC
Rosie.
Hammer pants here.
Those are awesome.
They look comfortable.
They look
These
really
are
cool.
awesome.
This is sweet.
Yeah, thanks, Unreal.
Yeah, thank you very much. You should
Man.
get yours today starting at 10 a.m.
Hurry up. You're right. Man, this Unreal stuff goes
Hurry up. You're right.
so fast.
Yeah, man.
How would you describe the phenomenon at the pace at which they leave? I would say it's
Unreal? Yeah.
Well done.
These are sweet.
At unrl.com.
Yes.
Leave a legacy. Okay, will do.
yeah, you should do that.
Yeah.
Please get started.
Get
He's
started
already
at some
done it.
point.
Do
No, he's already
something.
done it. He's already left a legacy.
I mean, he planted a seed, but now leave a legacy.
Well, all right. Everybody be cool.
My son will be my legacy.
That's my point. But
That's-
I mean, could you hustle it up a little bit here? It's September 10th. Let's go.
Yeah. Come on.
Hey, it's your birthday week.
Oh, it
Oh,
is.
yeah, my
What?
birthday is
Yeah.
on Sunday.
It is?
Yeah, but we
At the
can't-
game?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, we're celebrating.
But we can't like our birthdays because Grinchy man over there hates birthdays.
Grinchy man.
How old are you going to be?
Is that your rap name?
40.
Double fours?
Grinchy
no,
Maine,
no,
actually.
42.
42. Jesus.
Are you sure? Because you don't
Come
sound
on.
sure.
Aren't you 45?
No.
40.
Pick another number.
I'll be 31.
No, I was at your 40th birthday party,
Yeah.
so
We remember that.
Yeah, Chris Hockey,
good
my
time.
own 40th birthday.
Yeah, a
party.
lot of people cried.
Why?
I don't know.
We lost bets.
That I would live to 40?
Yep.
Oh,
Very depressed.
that's sad.
Shall we do sports?
I don't know if
Got a
if
couple
I'd rather
of
do
things.
anything else.
It's time for Fan 5, brought to you by Builders and Remodelers.
Builders and
Builders
Remodelers.
and Remodelers, yes.
All right, Niners won last night over the New York Jets, 32-19. Jordan Mason in for Christian McCaffrey, 28 carries, 147 yards and a touchdown.
Wow.
Had another one taken away due to penalty. Rodgers, 13 of 21 for 167, one score and one pick.
Yeah, his quote was, I can play better. Okay.
Yep.
I guess that would be necessary if
Yeah,
you're going
believe
to try
it.
to win a few games this year.
Yep. Up next for the Niners, the Minnesota Vikings, noon Sunday at U.S. Bank Stadium right here on the Fan on DraftKings. The Niners are 6-point favorites.
It's a lot.
Over under 45.5.
Certainly
Hell
the
yeah.
Vikings beat him here a year ago with Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah,
That's
they
right.
did. Sunday night football? Was it Sunday
No,
night?
it was an
Monday?
afternoon game.
No, I thought it was.
Wasn't it? I don't
think
remember.
it was Monday night.
I honestly can't
So
remember.
I don't remember if it was noon or 3:25 or Sunday night.
It was one of those
One of
three.
those.
No one will be at your funeral.
Definitely
That's
not
fine.
a Thursday night or a Monday night.
I mean, could I
Could've been a
see
Friday
it
night.
maybe being a Monday nighter? One thing for sure tonight is the Lynx. The Lynx are at Atlanta at
That's
6:30.
correct.
Come on,
Lisa
Marge.
Collier obviously playing at an MVP level. Excuse me. Injury report for the Lynx. Heather McElrath limited in practice. Jamie Mack limited as well. Rosie tonight. Lynx at Atlanta 6:30.
Well, I was just talking to Marnes about that. 5 games left in the regular
5
season?
games to go.
And I was asking her, what is the possibility that the Lynx would match up with Caitlin Clark in the postseason?
Whoa!
That would be
Corey,
something.
who would they put on her?
Whoa.
God, who would defend Caitlin Clark?
Maya Moore.
Yeah, maybe 10 years ago.
Yeah, I know.
She's not on the team.
She's not on the
Maybe-
team anymore? Oh,
I don't know.
One of those two
Brenna
on
Hogan?
on the injury
Well,
report.
they're both hurt though.
yeah.
When do they come back?
I don't know, Marnie. Why did you ask
Ask
me? The
Marnie.
voice of the Lynx is right here.
The Vikings 49ers game was on a Monday.
It was. Okay.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah, Martins, when will those two ladies come back?
The two ladies.
The two ladies.
Are the Atlanta Dreams still terrible?
They're not great.
They're a nightmare.
They're out
Brilliant
of the
hockey.
out of the playoffs right now, and they're a below 500 team.
They
but
don't care.
they had big injuries throughout the season, and now they're healthy. So it's not a gimme. It's not a gimme, and the Lynx have struggled to get the last couple of wins, but to their credit, have figured out how to win. And they are in second place right now. So to answer
Yeah.
Rosie's question, right now the Lynx would match up with not the Indiana Fever, but the Phoenix Mercury.
That would be interesting, too.
But we're only a game clear of third.
Yep.
And if we do end up third and Indiana ends up sixth, then there would be your first round matchup.
Are those series 3 out of 5?
The
First series
first
is 2 out of
round
3?
is best of 3.
Oh, it is.
And then
Oh.
the next 2 rounds are best
Home
of
court
5.
would be pretty important, I would think. Yeah.
One would think.
Yeah.
Yep.
One would think.
One would think.
For a female perspective on this scandal, we turn to a woman.
Staying in lady sports for a second. Yesterday, they named the 6 teams in the PwHL. They unveiled the names. We learned that the Minnesota team is going to be called the Minnesota Frost. Let's go around the room. Let's rank or rate these team names 1 to 10.
Okay.
What do we think 1 to 10? Minnesota Frost. Yes, no?
I love it. It's perfect. Well, obviously, it's where we live.
it's
I thought,
1 to 10.
I'm surprised we haven't had
It's
a
a
nickname
8.
like that before.
Solid 8.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
8.
would say
Yeah,
I'll agree with Sauce.
I'm
Eight-ish.
gonna 9 it and say immediately we can say, ladies, frost yourselves.
Jeez.
Remember
Wow.
how to lose a guy in 10 days?
Excuse me? No, I don't
No,
know
I
that
don't remember
reference.
that line.
That sounded way
Wait.
more graphic than
Yeah.
how to lose a guy in
Yes.
10 days.
When-
That's what
Like-
Rosie
That was
would
a
write in a
job.
script.
No, wait a minute.
Ladies, why don't you go frost yourselves?
That means frosting your hair.
No.
Ew.
Kate Hudson went to that
No, it goes everywhere.
jewelry party.
Oh, my God.
And they had
Rose.
super
Max.
expensive diamonds.
Oh,
And it was
that's what that
And it
means?
was cover yourself, put the rings on, the bracelets, the necklaces, all diamonds
Frost
everywhere.
yourself.
Yep.
Frost
Yeah,
yourself.
and then,
That's interesting.
keep the Bentley on the sticker to. Never mind. I'm not.
What now?
I was going to joke. but
I mean,
screwed up.
geez, hang on. Hang
What you
on.
just did there. I think.
Where's the bit?
I don't know
God
about the
dang it.
on the sticker.
Holy bleep.
Man. Hey, Sauce, frost yourself.
Yeah, go frost yourself.
I have the audio here.
the
please go ahead.
Back it up.
Ladies, frost yourself.
That's Matthew
Frost
McConaughey.
yourself.
They are like marketing people, and they're trying to come
Yeah.
up with something for this event, and that's what they come up with. And
Okay.
he explains it. Listen, hey, picture this: diamonds everywhere. Ladies, frost yourself.
I thought it'd be bling yourself.
Whoa.
Hey. What do we think of
Jewelry
the
term.
Boston Fleet?
The Boston Fleet?
Boston
that?
Fleet.
That's a 0.
Ladies, fleet yourself.
Brilliant. That's a 0.
Okay, let's try that with all of these. How about the Toronto Scepters?
Rosie?
Rosie, you do this one. Go.
Which the Scepters?
Scepters. No, do the Matthew McConaughey bit. Go.
For the Scepters.
Ladies,
Ladies.
Ladies.
Scepter?
Go scepter yourself.
What do we think of the Ottawa Charge?
Yeah.
That's terrible.
That's terrible.
Oh, boy.
New York Sirens.
They have
a cool
logo.
Yeah, I like that.
No, that's
like from a Coen Brothers movie. From one of our favorite movies.
That's right. From
No
Country
Brother,
for
Where
Old
Art
Men.
Right, the
The
Sirens.
That's
No
exactly
Country
right.
from Old Men.
Yeah.
Go to sleep, you little
Yeah,
baby.
exactly. I love that song.
Love it.
Go ahead, sing
Homer's
I'd like to, but
Odyssey,
I
right?
ain't got the money.
And then I'm not. How do you pronounce the Montreal team? Is it just the Victory?
I think it's Victoire.
What?
Can't be Victory.
Good for Vic.
Victoire.
Right.
Very French.
I don't know
wonder
how to
if
say
it's
that.
just the spelling that's French, but the pronunciation, it has to be victory.
How in the hell
I don't
does
know.
it spell it?
Victoire.
Yep.
Just their spelling. Yes. Crazy French.
Yeah.
I like it. Yeah. Very Canadian.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have a sweet logo, too.
Also kind of French.
Yes. French Canadian.
The Ottawa Charge logo is basically the Calgary Flames logo.
Yeah, that was
Yes, it
super
is.
confusing.
And Cleveland Cavaliers at the
Yeah,
same
it
time.
looks like a C
It's
as
terrible.
much as an O.
It's terrible.
I didn't see that.
The letter C.
Oh, okay.
Cheese and rice.
Yeah, cheese and rice.
It looks like the
Please.
letter C with flames coming out.
Actually, I think the Montreal
Been
logo
there.
is the best, but I don't know how to pronounce the team name.
no the
The Toronto Scepters also looks like St. Thomas.
Frost is the best one.
It does. You're right. Yeah.
Yeah, we win. We win
Yeah,
the
ours is the
PwHL
best
logo.
one. The rest are trash.
Go frost yourself.
That's a great nickname.
I like the name that Marnie proposed for the Minnesota team earlier.
What was that?
The fruit?
Oh, Mars.
Can you imagine battling against the fruit? The matchup.
Well, Tom Pelissero, Justin Garden, Tyler George will do it on Friday.
Okay, now that is aggressive.
Bad.
I thought the fruit did pretty well last week.
Oh, my God.
I thought he had it won.
All right. Should we just
Brilliant.
do headlines
Took
when
me
we
a
get
second.
back?
Brilliant.
Then we got to talk to Jonathan Grenard. All right, we'll come back. We'll do headlines. And then Jonathan Grenard in like 25 minutes or so. Vikings defender who was an absolute beast. He was everywhere. He was, quote, disruptive. That's what his coach said. And hard to disagree with that, right? Forget the box score for a second. Grenard seemed to be almost
He was
everywhere.
excellent.
Good start for that kid. Love that. Headlines after this. Power Trip on the Fan.
Internet that's everything you imagine, and then some. Quantum Fiber, your world unleashed. Sign up today and get internet with a price for life. Keep your internet service monthly rate for as long as you keep your plan. Internet service monthly rate subject to continued plan availability.
Taxes and fees at AXS.com.
Stand for you know what to fight for.
Which candidate will deliver?
I look forward to that debate.
Listen tonight at 9 Eastern on iHeart's 24/7 News channel or search Debate on the free iHeartRadio app.
Staples prints anything you need for your business like banners, flyers, and signs. And Staples will beat any price quote. Plus, now print more, save more. Up to $150 off your print purchase. Offer ends 11/2. Exclusions apply. Visit staples.com/print for details or staples.com/price match for price match guarantee.
952-0-RES. Give them a call. Get your carpets cleaned the Zero-Res way without harsh chemicals, without shampoos. They clean it the right way, and all they leave behind is nothing but clean. No residue in your carpet. Same thing with your upholstery, your tile, your rugs. I've had multiple rugs over the years cleaned by Zero-Res. My carpet's cleaned 1 billion times from Zero-Res. My air duct system, they can do it all. See all of their services at ZeroResMinnesota.com. This can be for your home, your cabin, your business, anywhere you watch a football game this football season as well. Make sure it's as clean as possible the Zero-Res way by calling them at 952-0-RES. and asking for the KFAN special. If you mention KFAN this month, they'll clean 3 rooms of carpet for just $129, and they can take $75 off your air duct cleaning package. Do them both at the same time. Then that stuff doesn't circulate and end up, I guess, in your carpet. Make sure you knock them out at the same time. 9520-RES. ZEROREZ. Spell it backward or forward. It spells the same. It's Zero-Res.
Free waterproofing and foundation repair estimates from Standard Water Control. Standard Water is the Midwest's expert for waterproofing and foundation repair since 1977. Standard Water fixes all wet and humid basement issues. Free estimates. Visit standardwater.com. Standardwater.com.
Every business has a story. Maybe yours is just starting out. Maybe you've reached a turning point. Or maybe you feel like you're ready for your next chapter. Work with a banker who understands the resources, expertise, and innovative thinking that it takes to make your business success story a reality. Work with Bremer Bank, because understanding is everything. Put us to work for you today at bremer.com.
Pressure washers, steam cleaners, and wash bays. Let me introduce you to American Pressure. Locally owned and operated, world experts on anything pressure washer since 1975. I got the owner, Ben Hageman, with me. Ben, tell us how you do business.
Simple. We solve our customers' needs with our huge inventory of pressure washers and all the parts and accessories you could imagine. From full installs to a replacement hose, we've got what you need.
Reach out at AmericanPressure.com.
Raising Cane's is celebrating our golden birthday, but not just with deliciously golden hand-battered chicken fingers. We're starting the party by giving away over $100,000 worth of golden prizes. Visit RaisingCanesBirthday.com for a chance to win a piece of the golden celebration.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers. One love.
Hi, it's Angela Warner. The Warner family is pretty serious about the fair. The food, the fun, the family time. But Warner Stallion has another fair tradition. Back when we used the fairgrounds as our warehouse, these weeks meant clearing out all of our appliances for a mega sale. And that tradition stuck. Right now, during Savings on a Stick, you'll save up to 50% off regular prices. And then we add a bonus for each one you buy for up to $1,200 instant savings. State Fair Savings on a Stick, only at Warner Stallion Appliance.
You're free now. Free to fill your feed with impossibly chonky chonkers. Free to be everything you imagine, and then some. That's how it feels to have Quantum Fiber Internet. Your world unleashed. Learn more at quantumfiber.com. Limited availability. Service in select locations only.
Hey, there it is. Missed that button. Marnie Gallen for Shields, where they are gearing up for hunting season. Now through Sunday, you can save on clothing, blinds, decoys, optics, ammo, tree stands, trail cameras, footwear, everything that you need for a safe and successful hunting season. And hey, if you need a hunting license, no problem for that either. You can purchase it at the Shields customer service desk. Shields is your hunting headquarters with the hunting sale event going on right now through Sunday. Locations: Eden Prairie, Rochester, Mankato, St. Cloud, and Fargo. Shields.
Arthur's Jewelers. We want to be your jeweler. It means we treat you as you hope to be treated.
Now back to the 651 Carpets Plus, home of the Next Day Install Studios. It's the Power Trip on the Fan.
All right. It's 8:20. Here we are on Tuesday, ladies and gentlemen. Power Trip Morning Show. Marty playing a little acoustic guitar over there. Not bad.
Wow, Marge, you're really good at that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I should play Wild Juggling.
Wow.
That is a feat.
What's the name of this song?
Wild Juggling?
Still working on the title.
Rosie, sing a song to this if you would.
Dad, see? Dad, see? Dad, see? It's hard.
Yahtzee?
Dad, see? It's hard. Dad, see? It's hard. Dad, see? It's hard. Yay.
It's better than Drake.
Yay. Yay.
Oh.
Jeff, look at this thing. Bit of nice ass.
Wow.
Bit of nice ass. Where are they biting?
It's like James Taylor.
Where are they biting?
This is really good.
Where are they
bro.
biting? Yay. 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 It's hard.
Wow, you guys are good together.
Big finish.
Yeah,
pretty
wow,
good.
incredible.
Wonderful.
Now it's time.
Gaze at a graveyard.
Headlines brought to you by my friends at Wolf River Electric. You can get solar panels. You can go solar.
Solo.
Like I did a couple weeks ago with the great people at Wolf River Electric. You guys should do that.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, Hodge.
You should do that.
Where did Rosie go?
I think he thinks Jonathan Grenard's downstairs, so he wanted to greet him.
It could be. He's a real friendly guy.
I think that's just Lavelle.
Walmart is selling a s'mores-themed costume aimed at thruples. where there's chocolate, marshmallow, and a graham cracker.
Who's doing that?
Walmart is selling a s'mores-themed costume aimed at thruples. So there's chocolate, marshmallow, and a graham cracker. And I guess if you're in a thruple, this is the costume for you.
Yay.
Rosie walked in, left, and now he left again. He half opened the... Where's he going? Is he okay?
He's in the hallway smoking a cigarette.
Does he know you can come in during a segment?
Get back to the pie.
He's on the phone. He's going to come in and say it's something
Back to the
significant.
throuple.
Yeah.
Is this a common existence? Like, I always
Why, are you curious?
assumed... No,
it can be.
Not really. I assumed
Taking applications?
a
But you didn't say
throuple
no, just not
was
really.
sort of one person is on the outs, maybe, or doesn't. It's a secret.
No, thruple is everything's on the
everybody's in.
surface. Everybody's on.
And
All three of them are all
these common?
It's becoming more common, yeah, for sure.
Is the more common connection to have two women and one man?
Well, that's the correct answer, yes.
Two men and a woman.
I would say I usually see a dude with two girls, yeah, or two women, yeah. So that's the more common
Where do you
one.
see this, Max?
I'm just like out and about in the city
the wild.
streets, in the mall, and all over the place.
And do you just not assume it's like
Well,
two
they're all-
sisters and their brother?
Not when they're all three of them holding hands. Usually, no.
That's hot.
That puts a twist on it, doesn't it?
That's hot.
Maybe
Marnie,
I'm too
you-
sheltered.
You have a
Maybe
lot
I
of
live
questions.
too deep in the suburbs.
You have a lot of questions for somebody who doesn't seem to care.
Well played, Cor.
It's my natural curiosity.
Your journalistic integrity of asking
My
good
natural
questions.
curiosity.
I love it. Red Lobster is leveraging election season to announce their Cheddar Bay biscuits are, quote, running for office to unite all parties.
Oh my God, Rosie.
So they have a promotion. They have a promotion. If you go to Red Lobster and scan a QR code, you could win 4 years of free Red Lobster, which of course is funny because they might not be here in 4 years.
I was going to say they're pretty much closing by the day, aren't
it
they?
sucks because Cheddar Bay biscuits are
amazing.
Pretty much proof that God exists.
Wow.
All the proof you needed.
That's what it took. 44 years of denying it, but Red Lobster Cheddar Bay biscuits.
Get back to the pie.
Rosie, no one's talking about pie.
Radiohead recently started rehearsing again, so there's rumors they're going on tour because they have not toured since 2018. If you are a Radiohead fan, they are rehearsing again.
Yep.
And they did it.
I do now love about 5 Radiohead songs, but I don't know if I love them enough to go see them.
Yeah, I love 2 of them.
Fake Plastic Trees and Creep.
Yeah.
I doubt it.
Oh.
I thought it was TLC.
Brilliant.
Same.
I can honestly say I don't know a single Radiohead song. Could you?
I'm a creep.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's them.
I do know that. Okay, I know that one. Yeah. I'm a loser.
Close.
Oh, Buckmar.
Close. Don't be so down on yourself, Marge. We like you.
You're not a loser.
Believe it or not, I believe he says I'm a widow, doesn't he? Isn't that what he says?
That's what I've always thought it was.
I thought he said weirdo.
Oh, maybe it is weirdo.
Yeah.
Oh my God!
Wow.
Pete,
What am I doing here?
Wow, Pete had money on it.
Woke me up.
Nate Bargatze is doing a holiday variety special for CBS.
That'll be sweet.
Meaning singing and dancing?
I don't know what he's doing.
Well, that's a
I don't know.
great point. I wonder if he will do a little singing and dancing.
Well, that's variety.
Or just hire people to do that for him.
Yeah.
Right.
Interesting.
Rosie, I watched it earlier because I'm supportive of all people at iHeartMedia, but Ryan Seacrest had his debut episode of Wheel of Fortune last night.
I missed it.
Isn't it tonight?
No, it was
don't
last
know
night.
Oh, no.
He watched it.
Oh,
Yeah, he did.
No, I watched it. It was on last night.
Support.
And he was no Pat Sajak, but he did his thing.
So
He's Ryan Seacrest.
He opened by saying how humbling it is, and he's got big shoes to fill, and it's his lifelong dream because he's been watching Wheel since he was a kid. And then it felt pretty
normal.
Yeah. Don't love the new set, but who cares?
Well, there's
it's
a
all
new
about
set?
Yeah, it's all about the game at the end of the day.
How about those dolphins?
Whoa. Oh, Tommy.
And everybody and their mother was screaming digital footprint for the final puzzle, and the guy couldn't figure it out.
No
It
kidding.
cost him $40K.
Oh, that's a lot of K's.
The van is back.
Sure.
Of course.
Van?
I am never going to financially recover from this.
Filming has started on Happy Gilmore 2.
That'll be great.
Sandler popped into the second half of the Manning cast last
Oh,
night.
did he really?
Yeah, I watched the first half because Belichick was on. And if you're a football guy or gal, it was pretty interesting because Belichick was usually don't see him in that sort of environment where he's kind of breaking things down. But I kind of passed on Sandler as much as I love Adam Sandler. I just thought, okay, I don't need to hear. I'll go watch the game.
That's all right.
Yeah, but he's making another one.
Belichick was good, though.
He was good.
I watched it for a little bit, but I can't stand the Manning brothers.
saw a lot
No, the
of,
Manning brothers are.
I like them.
Nah.
It's almost like we need a break from them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
I saw a lot of speculation that Belichick would be the next head coach of the New York Giants yesterday.
Oh, boy.
You think he'll go back to coaching? Anybody?
Yes.
I
He
think
says he
so too,
wants
right?
to.
Yeah,
I think
why wouldn't he?
it's all
I mean, he
you.
tried. Didn't he
you know.
want the Falcons job?
Yeah.
Yeah, see?
Oh, Rosie.
I know. You don't have to yell.
Yeah, Rose.
Spider-Man 4 is happening, and Marvel just announced that the guy who directed Shang-Chi is the one who's going to do it, Max.
JG.
Wow. Not JG.
Got another job.
He's got enough jobs.
Wow, good for
Spider-Man
Guardsy.
4.
Yeah.
The abyss.
That's the name of
Is
it?
that the villain?
Wow.
Probably.
Who else is the villain?
How are you, stranger?
Hey, what's up, big voice guy?
Wobble, wobble.
Kristen Bell and Dak Shepard apparently denied that they are swingers. I guess that's a rumor. Whoa, Rosie almost just did a spit take.
Whoa.
You all right over there?
I'm fine.
Or are you upset?
No.
That's not very
Or
professional.
did they lie to you?
They lied to me. Good line.
They say they're not swingers.
Thank you.
Well,
Why-
glad
why
they
did they
clarified
have
that.
to-
How they?
I
Yeah.
don't know. There
come
must
out
have
and say
been
that.
there must have been some hot rumor that they were. I don't
That is
know.
a hot rumor.
Okay.
It is, man. She's
They're
darling.
a fun couple.
I like them.
Yeah.
Yep.
Very outspoken.
She might be the most adorable
Yeah.
gal
Yeah, she's
in everything.
yeah.
You do really like her because you like The Good Place a lot.
I
right?
love The Good Place. Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't Hawk love that show?
I do.
Well, it was on
But
TV.
You know what?
So
I'll take the bad place as well.
Are you going to watch the high surfing show?
Rescue the High Surfing Show? That's a weird title for something.
But the one on Fox, like Rescue High Surf, are you going to watch that?
The Panther.
Yeah, of course I will. It looks great. I don't know why I wouldn't watch it. I like surfing. I like when people nearly drown and people save them. It's part of my turn-ons.
Wow.
That's depressing. Why did you bring that up?
I don't know.
I didn't know what show you're talking about. I'm being
It's
honest.
on Fox, and it's called Rescue High Surf.
Is it a reality
real show?
No, it's a
One of those.
Baywatch bit.
Okay.
In fact, about a day and a half ago, Sauce tweeted, "Who can't wait to watch Rescue High Surf?" and then tweeted a GIF of a hawk.
Of a hawk.
You know who loves that bit way too much?
Who's that?
KG. He loves that bit.
It's I do too.
The big ticket?
No, Kevin Gordon. He loves that bit.
It's very funny.
How would we have ever guessed it?
A day and a half ago, Haley tweeted on Twitter, "Meat Sauce, who should we take with the first pick in the 2025 draft?" And Sauce tweeted back with Dwight Hockey.
Yeah. He's good.
At what?
But shouldn't he be the number 2 pick?
Okay.
Sauce, a day and a half ago, you tweeted, "Jay Glazer gives us information that's been on Twitter for 2 hours."
He does. That pregame show needs a full makeover.
100%.
I mean, who does the same thing over and over again and thinks it's going to change?
Oh, I can come up with a couple.
But no, it needs a full makeover.
Yeah.
You can't, what's his face? The one guy who used to play quarterback?
Yeah.
Howie? No.
Terry
Bradshaw.
Terry
needs a haircut.
Yeah, he needs
Terry's-
a haircut, and they should put him out to pasture.
Sauce, a day and a half ago, you simply tweeted 17-1.
That's going to be the Vikings record.
And then what?
Then how many games did he play?
So they're going to
They're
go
gonna lose the
undefeated
playoffs?
and then lose the first game of the postseason?
Oh.
Oh,
I see.
great bit.
It's
Okay. All right. You don't need to be so mean about all my bits.
God was.
Rosie, tonight at 8 o'clock, the first presidential debate between Vice President Kamala Harris and former President Donald Trump.
Yeah,
8
it'll
o'clock.
be. The reaction will be exactly like you expect it to be because both sides will dig in and say their side won, and nothing will change. That's my opinion. That in terms of voting, the voters' minds. Maybe I'm wrong, but I doubt at this point if anyone's mind. Like I'm sure there are undecideds, but will this rhetorical question? Will this debate change anyone's mind? Do they ever really?
That's probably not the purpose
format
as much anymore.
Yeah, I don't think the format will allow them to, because they've never even met each other, which is, I thought, pretty interesting. But I don't believe that Kamala Harris and Donald Trump will be able to speak to each other with their mics on, which is,
what do you mean? It's against the rules?
They are turning the mics off after a certain amount of time.
Correct. I think they kill the mic.
They're going to talk directly to each other constantly, though. That's what they're going to do.
You can't turn
Just not back and forth.
I don't know. I mean, I think it'll be possible. They're going to try to get under each other's skin, which is part
Don't you think a lot of people will watch just for that, for the entertainment factor, for the
100%. But I don't know if we'll be allowed to see that 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock.
You are allowed to make
What
facial
channel?
expressions and
Yeah, of
reactions.
course. Oh, yeah.
Who's debating again tonight?
Is there a pregame show? Of course there is.
Are we still doing fan line after that?
Are you doing fan line?
Yeah, you and I are Maxo.
Shouldn't Robbie Rosenhaus do it?
Robbie.
According to experts, game shows are good for your brain.
They kind of are.
Look how smart you are.
They boost your problem-solving skills, improve memory, and strengthen your mind. Game shows make you pay close attention, quickly process information, and then either problem-solve or recall knowledge.
Of course.
Yeah. Recall knowledge. I would say watching Jeopardy doesn't recall. It makes me go, man, I didn't know that. I didn't know that. I say that a lot when I watch Jeopardy.
There are. This has only happened a couple of times, so it doesn't happen very often. But there is almost no better feeling than when you get the final Jeopardy answer right, and at least one or two of the geniuses don't. You're like, how did that just happen?
Yeah.
How did I guess right? Or either knowing it or guessing right, and they guess it wrong. It's one of the greatest feelings ever.
Yeah.
It's like when your number hits in roulette.
That's even a better feeling.
Oh, now I can identify now.
Whales.
I do not watch game shows.
Whoa.
And
You
I
can tell.
don't.
Why?
Tell? Wow.
How come, Marge?
He said that. I didn't say. He said it. What the hell did you look at me for?
They don't do anything for you, though?
No, and all I think about is my grandparents sitting on the couch that they would call a
Watching-
Davenport. Watching Wheel of Fortune
Davenport.
and Jeopardy.
Well,
Those are two of the goats. Two of
I
the
know,
best.
but I'm trying to think of friends my age, which is now 50, and I just don't think much of the people that I hang out with watch the game shows. I
They
feel like
definitely skew
you
older.
as a 40-something-year-old man
That's unusual.
are in the minority. That's what I think.
Well, I don't want to grow up. I'm a Toys R Us kid, right? I grew up in the video game generation. I think I'm going to play video games my entire life, off
Totally
and on.
fine.
And I definitely grew up in the the golden age of game shows as well, with Price is Right with Bob Barker, Trebek and Jeopardy, Sajak and Wheel, then all the other ones like Dick Clark and
Family Feud.
Dick Clark and Pyramid. I watched a lot of Game Show
Manson.
Network,
Yeah,
Charles Manson
Charles
and
Manson
Tic Tac Toe.
dating game.
Yeah, I don't know.
Right.
What was the
It's
phone a
not
friend
wrong.
one?
In fact,
Millionaire.
it's
That turned everything around.
For sure.
it's
It-
kudos to you.
Yeah.
Rosie,
Kudos for
we're
her.
talking at the same time. Why don't you go ahead?
Millionaire,
No, I
Millionaire
didn't
proved
realize.
that it could
Millionaire
work
was-
in prime time if the stakes are high enough.
That's the one that really turned, I think, the demographics you're talking about, Martin.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that turned everything around.
Speaking of that,
Everyone was watching that show.
because I watched too many game shows, Marnes. A couple days ago on Game Show Network, I think every day they rerun Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. I think at 10 a.m., I think. And I caught the end of it, flipped it on, and I saw a guy who was going for $250,000. The $125,000. The second the answers popped up, he knew it. He's like, boom, B, final answer. And Regis is like, whoa, slow down. But he was right. So he gets to $250,000. And the question was, let's see if Chris knows this. It was, who directed the music video for Bad? And it was like Martin Scorsese, Steven Spielberg, John Landis, and I forget who the fourth option was.
Quentin Tarantino or some famous director.
And I didn't know the answer, but I'm like, man, I thought John Landis did Thriller. So I was pretty sure it wasn't Landis, but I'm like, out of the other three, I'm like, I'm not sure who did Bad.
I would have said Landis.
So I think that was the problem, though. So here's what happened. And I just think this is a very interesting friend dynamic. So this guy who's apparently a stand-up comic uses his phone a friend, and he calls this guy who he says is Will, but then the guy answers the phone with the word Durst, so I'm going to put it together and say it's comedian Will Durst.
Wow.
Okay.
Who's a guy, I've actually heard
Yeah,
that
I like
guy's
that
name.
guy.
I think that guy's
He's
been
funny.
at Acme multiple times.
Yeah.
Anyway, so phone a friend, $250,000 on the line. If he gets it wrong, it's down to $32,000, right? Guy calls his friend, asks the question, and immediately goes, John Landis, 100%. And he's like, you're sure? He's like, 100%. And he goes, fine, D, final answer. And Regis goes, no.
Really?
So they didn't have a conversation. They didn't talk it out. It was like, nope, not even a doubt. Boom. And he cost his friend over $200,000.
Wow. Holy
And
moly.
he probably because he was thinking Thriller.
He was probably thinking
That's
Thriller,
right,
and
yeah.
it cost him $200,000.
It's Scorsese, isn't it?
Who was it?
Do you know?
I don't
Look it up,
remember who it
Max.
was.
I think it's Scorsese.
Now I
Look
need
it
to
up for me. I
know.
don't know.
We could just
And
ask
now
Jonathan
is-
Maybe
Grenard.
Jonathan
can't
Grenard. It's the Vikings Report on KFAN
All right.
with Jonathan Grenard, presented by our friends at Hy-Vee. Hi, Jonathan Grenard. It's good to talk to you again. How are you?
Man, I'm glad to be back. Feeling really good, obviously. Good dub on Sunday, but glad to be here with you guys again every morning.
So we were just talking about how game shows make you smarter, Jonathan, and you come off as a smart guy. Do you watch game shows? Do you like Wheel of Fortune or Jeopardy?
Yeah, I was that old young kid that was still watching, the Wheel of Fortune, The Price is Right. I still watch Family Feud to this day. Me and my family, we still trying to see how we're going to get on there one day eventually. But yeah, definitely, we love game shows.
See, Marnie, it's not just old people. Jonathan Grenard's young and rich and cool, and he watches Family Feud.
27.
Yeah.
All right.
You
I'm
can do
proven
it.
wrong. If the Nard Dog watches, I'll watch.
Jonathan, the word that your coach used for you on Sunday was disruptive, right? Forget the box score for a second. As a casual defensive mind, I don't know defensive football. I just, try to figure out what I'm watching. You seem to be everywhere, and it seemed to be a big thing for your coach that you were all over the field Sunday in New York.
Yeah, it was new. Obviously, just a new system and new style of play, and actually seeing it, in game. You get reps in practice, but never truly understand how teams are going to attack you. But yeah, I just tried to do my job. Honestly, obviously I didn't show up in the box score as much or if at all, but I just did my job, and at times when you do your job, other people can do their jobs, and it can lead to success for others. Like as you're seeing Gink and everybody else just did their job across the board everywhere. So. I'd rather be in that category than the person who didn't do his job, and then let up something else happen. And obviously, what that leads to. But yeah.
And picking up on that point, you were all over the field, and it never looked like your motor slowed down. In fact, I think Coach talked about his entire team seeming to be in good shape. You guys must have worked really hard in the offseason and in camp to make sure that you were physically ready to play your first game.
100%. I think, for me, it was my first time not, being in the preseason. So it was kind of a little bit of a wind shocker, obviously, when you get to those multiple drives and longer drives for myself. But everybody else, even in general, from the offensive standpoint, to sustain a 99-yard drive, that's incredibly taxing on the legs, obviously, for guys who didn't play in preseason. But on the defensive side, from the first play, I feel like we were flying around and we're able to maintain it throughout the whole entire game. And I think that's a true, like you said, a tribute to how, we prepared coming up into this season. And some days we didn't get as many reps in practice. Guys are still getting the extra cardio in just to make sure that we're all ready whenever that time is come, just like it came on Sunday.
Jonathan, the secondary played well. How much did that add into the pressure the defense could get?
Oh, 100%. When those guys are locking stuff down like they've been doing pretty much all camp, and seeing it now, it's no surprise that it actually is a great feeling as a D lineman, knowing that, the quarterback might have to hitch the ball a couple of times, kind of like he did on Sunday, because he's going to think that first read is there. But our guys in the back seven, it's amazing. You got 4-4 back there who's a vet, knowing how to play ball, understanding how teams are going to attack him. You got Murph back there. You got Gilly back there. He's now knowing what's up. And then obviously you got Hitman back there just directing the whole show. And then Beasley, I feel like that our secondary, their communication, their IQ level is so high, just from a level of just understanding route concepts and how teams want to attack us, to where we don't have to worry about that up in the front end. Once they handle that, then we can really pin our ears back and go and get the quarterback.
And Jonathan, it was a really dominant performance on Sunday, and I'm wondering, because it was the first game and you have an idea of what to expect, but you really don't know, to have been able to execute the game plan and hold the Giants to 6 points as a defense collectively, how satisfying was it to have that performance in game one?
It was good, obviously, because we got the dub. But everybody knows on the defensive side of the ball that they shouldn't have had any points, if we're going to just be completely honest, Obviously, it was a quick turnaround with CJ and the fumble, but obviously that was a perfect hit on the ball. It's like the best hit you can make for a guy to fumble like that. So quick turn of events, and obviously we had to go out there and pretty much don't let them in. But you take that, and then obviously the other 3 points that they got off of a couple miscues on our end. I mean, I feel like we definitely should have shut those guys out. So that's the standard that we set ourselves to in the defense on the defensive side, and everybody in the locker room, even going into halftime, we were just all like, man, they shouldn't even have those points. But I think that's just like I said, another tribute to how we all hold ourselves accountable to a standard once we put it on tape. So yeah, definitely looking forward to trying to do that every week is the least amount of points given up as possible, if any at all.
Jonathan, the stunning defensive moment was Van Ginkel's interception. It happened so quickly. And it looks like, well, he just jumped up and grabbed the ball. What goes into that in terms of how he practices, how you as a defense practice, and because it looked like he was taking some cues to get ready to make that play.
Yeah, Gink, as we said and I said before, I mean, Gink has made that play before. He's made it obviously in game, and he's even done it in practice before here so far. So. Giggs is an intelligent player, and it's a smart player, and I think that's the best thing about this defense is that we're kind of always talking about, like, what type of plays teams would run against us or things we've seen in the past, and him being with Flo in the past, he understands how teams have to attack him. I mean, there's so much things that we take away from offenses that, there's only certain things left to do. So in that play, you can literally see him looking over and realizing, hey, there's 4 guys outside of me, and there's nobody in the backfield. The guy's motioning in, trying to get to where that bunch is to where he can get that screen, and Gink, you just see him inching out every single second. Like, there's no way he's going to truly throw this. And as we've seen, he makes that play, and I think Gink knew that in the whole world, well, the whole defensive side on our end, we already knew what play was coming. For him to execute that, which is a very difficult play to still make, obviously, because the quarterback's literally throwing a bullet as fast as he can with you being 5 yards away, and he just snags it out the air and just takes it in the end zone. I mean, that was – I've never seen it in person happen for him. I've seen him obviously on TV before, but for him to do that was great for him. Obviously, him coming off of that injury he had last season, he had a lot of mental struggles. Obviously, through the injury going into camp, just making sure that his foot would be back the same, and we all just stood behind him and just make sure that, look, man, you're gonna be that person that we all once know making plays once before. So he's been just grinding every single day, and it just shows how when you continue to work like that, you get to reap the benefits.
So, Jonathan, your job is to make Daniel Jones's life a living hell, and obviously you guys did that on Sunday. But man, the Giants fans turned on him like midway through the first quarter, and they're raining down boos. And then every time you guys sent him packing, the boos came down harder and harder. Give me the percentage of your mind that is like thrilled as a professional that you're making it so difficult, but the percentage of you that just as a human, you're like, man, we're making this guy's day just awful on so many levels.
Yeah, it was literally a combination of all that. Me, I've been in Houston the past 4 years where I've been a part of that. I've been a part of those boos when you're walking on the field and your offense doesn't make anything happen, and they're just, you would think it's an away game at this point. But at that time, how we were attacking him and understanding like where he's at in his career based on obviously the scheme that he has, whatever the contract things going on. So we understand he's dealing with a lot. And if we could add another aspect of, pressure onto the guy to make him speed up his reads a little bit more, make sure that he's not going to get confident and comfortable back in the pocket. Man, it was a great feeling to see it on the first couple drives. And then obviously, like you said, man, when we heard the boos raining there, we're like, okay, now we're good on our side. But when they got really loud to where it was as loud as it would be on a third down, should be, and when they're on defense, it was kind of bad. We kind of started to feel a little bit bad for him as we're still just completely just taking away everything that he wants to do. So, hey, look, it's good to be on the other side of it, and it's our job to not be on that side of it, when we're not doing our job. So we're always going to preach to do our job so we don't get in that situation.
How do you think rookie Dallas Turner played on Sunday?
Dallas did his job, man. I think when you got a guy, and I think that's another thing that nothing was flashy about what we did on Sunday as far as the defensive line standpoint to get to the quarterback. We just kept it simple, took what they gave us. In Dallas, we all talked about the game plan all week. And as you see, Dallas came in, he ran the exact same thing that we all talked about during the week. Just take it up a little bit more. Daniel Jones is going to step up. We're going to have a play to where we make him step up, and he's going to be right there. And him taking that from the film room, because he did it earlier during the week, and he shortened his steps a little bit, and it didn't look as natural as it did in the game, like he was actually truly going to rush before he wraps underneath. Just a little small pointers like that. A lot of guys will miss that little fine detail, and that's the difference between getting a pressure or not getting there at all and getting a sack. And he took that and went right to the field. And as we see, the kid's future is so bright. If he can start getting easy ones like that and steal them up, and then obviously when it's time to really pin our ears back, he's now putting pressure on the quarterback in a way where, you got to play on his side and his terms. Man, he's a force to be reckoned with. So glad that he got his first one, and I'm super excited so he can take this to the next level.
Again, we're talking to Jonathan Grenard. Jonathan, what is your anticipation level to play your first regular season home game at U.S. Bank against an elite San Francisco 49er team? And how much can that crowd, we always hear about the crowd can make a difference for the defense in particular when you're playing that the level of loud audio that goes through, bounces through that stadium.
Man, I'm excited. I'm actually, more anxious just to be in there because, I haven't had that home field advantage in a while. And, I was there during the preseason, and obviously that's just a little glimpse of what it is. And even then I said, man, I can just only imagine what this place would be like during a regular season game. And obviously to open up against a team like San Fran, who is one of the best in the league. Obviously, you just seen them play last night. It's going to be a true battle. And I think we're going to need all the people and all the advantage we can, on that side to make it difficult for those guys. So now we're really flying off the ball, and they don't know where they're at. They can't hear cadences. But we've talked about it, too, on our side, obviously, from a communication standpoint. And that's another thing I have to adjust to is just how loud that place can be when we still have to give our checks and still have to get the calls in. So we're going to be dialed in. We have to be locked in. As much as we're going to use that to our advantage, we have to be dialed in and understand that, hey, listen, we still got to execute the game plan and make plays. And they're not the only ones that have to deal with the crowd noise over there on the offensive side. So truly excited. I can't wait to see the fans and the supporters out there just completely just going crazy. And we're going to definitely try to make them proud by definitely putting on the show for sure.
What's your early scouting report on Trent Williams, left tackle for the 49ers?
Yeah, one of the greatest. I believe future Hall of Famer, obviously. And everything that he does. As we just seen last night, played a heck of a game, even while missing training camp. But he's a guy that I say about everybody else. They can still be beaten, no matter how good you are in this game. You can still be beaten. We're gonna draw up a game plan so we can attack them and do everything we can to make everybody on that team feel uncomfortable and try to continue to just be dominant and relentless. And whatever they throw at us on the offensive side of the ball. So. I'm excited, man. I can't wait. It's going to be a challenge that I'm always up for. You're going to see a lot of us going to his side, and I definitely will be going to that side as well. So I'm ready for it.
Monster start. Congrats on the first win, and good luck on Sunday, Jonathan. Appreciate it, man.
Yes, sir. Thank y'all for having me.
Yeah, thanks, Jonathan.
All right, Jonathan Grenard. Man, he's
great.
Yeah, he's great.
He is great.
What a good dude.
Yeah. That was Jonathan Grenard on KFN. Thanks to Mesh, Besher, and Spence.
Then he gets to play his old team a week from Sunday. Then that'll be a lot to chat about next week with the Texans coming to town and Daniil Hunter, and it'll be a lot. C.J. Stroud. Fun schedule for the start of the season. You can't ask for any more than that.
Right.
Got easier though. Again, if Jordan Love doesn't play, that opens up a little bit of a window because this is Murderer's Row. The front half of the Vikings schedule is significantly more difficult than the back half, but the back half is a lot of division games,
right?
Which obviously they all mean more.
Of course.
What a unique situation to be able to watch your opponent just sitting at home on an off night. Like, I wonder how many guys were. Obviously, they will watch it differently when it's presented by their position coaches and they're cutting up film and all that. But how rare to just sit back and watch a Monday night game of your opponent and start your scouting just watching it live.
Yeah, and again, they won last night. The Niners won 32-19, but it could have been way worse.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
they did settle for a lot of field goals. That could have been a nightmare. And they didn't have Christian McCaffrey. So,
and it doesn't sound like he's going to play Sunday. So
but even so, if that was their warm-up game, that running back Mason looked legit.
Good.
So we'll see. I mean,
Is that in San Francisco?
Yes.
Yeah, that helps.
It does.
Last night, Matt, he's in a few fantasy leagues, but the one he cares about the most, my current husband, he was down by 24 points, and he only had the Niners kicker, and his opponent had Christian McCaffrey. So as the day started, he was like, I have no chance. I'm,
It's over.
And then you get the injury report, and then that kicker There was that
Kicked
final.
six.
It was that final
Yep.
one, that sixth one, that gave him the win. There was
Crazy.
some yelling in the house last night.
Rosie, how about this for a weird stat? ESPN, the scroll on the bottom of the TV about an hour ago said second most field goals in a week in NFL history.
No
was this
kidding.
week.
A combined.
Yeah,
throughout the
combined.
league?
Is
Second most for a week
most.
ever.
How many other? One other kicker. I know at least one other had 6 field goals.
Was it the Texans kicker?
Or the Steelers, maybe? Didn't they go 6
Maybe the
for
Steelers.
6?
The Steelers didn't score a touchdown.
They had 18.
Yeah.
It was 18-10, right?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Kirk's on national TV next Monday night against the Eagles.
That'll go well.
Ouch. Going back to Philly. Yeah. We'll see how that works out.
Rosie, James Earl Jones died. He was 93 years old.
I mean, again, I got a little goosebumps when you're watching his historic career that, from the stage to the screen to everything he did. I mean, people are familiar from every age group. Everyone was touched by the voice of James Earl Jones. Grew up with a horrible stutter and overcame that and we all know the history that, in particular for the kids watching, Darth Vader and watching Lion King but so much more on Broadway and movies. And
One of the all-time great baseball movies.
Correct.
The Sandlot.
Sandlot. And his speech in Field of Dreams.
played.
Yeah. It was. What a life. What a life well lived, as they say. James Earl Jones, 93. My goodness.
I mean, we know him as James
like-
Earl Jones, but he's also Jim Jones. How different is that if he's
Yeah.
Jimmy Jones?
The cult guy.
The cult guy.
We'll go Jimmy Jones.
And Coming to America, too, man.
Yeah.
Another one.
The king.
Did you
legendary?
The thing that went viral yesterday was the David Letterman top 10 list of things that
so good.
James Earl Jones says that are normal but sound sweet when he's Sam. That's a great bit.
I don't know if I've seen that.
Oh, it's super good.
The only other voice right now that can match that is kind of Morgan Freeman. I mean, he's got that same.
Well, Sam Elliott.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sam Elliott's damn good. I would put him in Morgan Freeman's.
What about
class.
Brian Oak?
Yeah. What about?
Okay, now we're going. Now we're just making things
What about
up.
Will Arnett?
What about Willow Smith?
What about Willow?
Willow.
Oh,
My
great
cat.
call.
Your cat?
Warwick Davis?
Yeah.
And my goal to get somebody to bring up Willow by the end of the show succeeds.
Well done.
Not just today. That's my goal every day on the show. I'm just glad it finally happened today. Rosie, we'll see you tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
Marty, see you on Friday for the big semifinal or what? All right, cool.
Probably.
All right, well, no, yeah, who knows, right? 9 to noon is next. See you tomorrow, 5:30 to 9.
Everybody have a wonderful day.
You too, I love you.
KFAN.
Internet that's everything you imagine, and then some. Quantum Fiber, your world unleashed. Sign up today for an internet service monthly rate with peace of mind.
That's just heavy.